Alright, so we got different gameplay today. So you know what that means? We're gonna be talking about a little bit more deeper stuff, and not to sugarcoat it, but we're gonna talk about like the whole Epstein stuff, like the fact that people still deny these claims is kind of crazy to me. You know, it's just kind of like an open letter type of video where it's just like spewing my thoughts out there, I guess. Since I don't really like uh, scripting videos or anything like that, it's just kind of dumb to me. I like to be a little more real, I guess. But the fact that people still deny those claims to me is absolutely insane. And I know, like, the main reason I really do these videos is because I genuinely want to help people, anybody who's going through psychosis. And I know a lot of the masses don't really care about it, just because they're still desensitized. They're desensitized so much that it doesn't really matter to them, or it just hasn't hit them yet. But it will soon. But for those going on the psychosis, I genuinely want to help you guys because I've already been through this shit. I've been through it basically my whole youth growing up, and if I can help anyone else in any way go through that, I'm more than welcome. But like, if you guys want to hear, well, again, I'm not really fond of scripting videos, so I kind of just like all over the place. But if you're going through some type of psychosis where you're just like you don't know how to live, but you're still doing it, it's all in your head. Really, all it is all in your head. And I mean, it sounds easier to say, right? Like, oh, just don't think about it, right? But like, it really all is in your head. It's like taking a fucking, well, if you fucking done it anyways. If you take tabs or shrooms, you know, you get that sensation of like being stuck in the loop, or when you're having a bad trip and you just kind of have to let it go and just let it ride with the motion, right? It sounds terrible to say, honestly, and especially in a situation like this, you just want to like just to go with the motion, right? But at some point, what you really have to focus on is just getting yourself into a state where you feel genuine love for yourself, right? Because that's all you can really do. At least that's the starting area. I think we have to do as a collective, like woken consciousness, class consciousness, what people like to call it. But it starts again with you working through your traumas, your inner demons. For example, I used to be a more talkative kid. I was a really hyperactive kid. Uh, but not like to the point where I'm just like going around smacking people. But in terms of like, I really wouldn't sit still at all. Like, I'd always try to find something to do, something to play around with it. Especially since we didn't have technology like the way we do now. Of course, like, even hyperactive kids can be taught to just sit still if you give them like an iPad or something, right? But even then, they're still fucking playing games and stuff, like, you know, it just takes their attention. But back then we didn't have that, especially since I wasn't like a rich kid or anything. So the reason I bring this up is because it dawned on me. Literally a couple days ago, my aunt came over and she said something, because I'm more tame now. I'm more like, well, that's what they say, right? I'm more tame. I'm more like, they see me as too serious. Like, if I get invited to a party, I mean, yeah, I can have fun and talk to people, but for the most part, it takes some time to get used to, because I hate fucking big crowds, and I hate fucking, you know, just sitting there. Like, for the most part, you would just sit there. You see me with a straight face, either look at my phone or something, just whatever. At the same time, like, I don't feel like any hate or anything. I don't feel like embarrassment. I just kind of just like doing my own thing, kind of like in my own world. And I think the reason I bring that up is because she says, why did I change? Like, I was so hyperactive and stuff. And it had to do with like a bunch of stuff. Not only realizing the truth of the world at 6, you know, like at such a young age, knowing that there's so many predators out there, and always just being on the watch. Like, I lived in the state of if you've already been in the woke community, you kind of know this. Kind of like in the survival state, where you're just like constantly looking over your shoulders and stuff. And that's because I don't remember exactly how I found out that young of an age. Other than like personal stuff that I don't want to talk about. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. I should probably. All right, let me lock in. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Like, there was always the stories of like not talking to strangers growing up and stuff. But on top of that, like also knowing that there could be a fucking cult. Like there's been words of cult. Like I was so deep into like this paranormal stuff. Like even like searching cults and stuff. This was prominent. I don't know why. I guess I would just hear like in talk shows, like you know when you have radios. I'm all over the place right now. Fuck. Point is, working through those traumas. I have done that work, and if I can help anyone else, I would honestly, if you guys write it down below, I'd love to read it and just give my personal experience of what I've been through in life and how to work on it. Even if it sounds ridiculous, like you probably think I wouldn't know it. Just be vague about it, I guess, if you want to, or you can just be straight up. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want to help, right? So I don't know. I've got 5 minutes. I got 10 minutes of clips left. 'Cause this fight was hard. By the way, if I got some Whirlwind's Meat. This is what I'm playing in the background. Really fucking amazing game. If you just focus on the story, like there's a lot to do in this game. Some people might be overwhelmed, but if you just want to play for the story, go ahead. But going back to the shit I was saying. So basically, what I was, so I had to go back just to even say this. So originally, what I was saying was basically work on yourself and try to get to yourself where you love yourself. Because first, what you have to do is, if you're not right with yourself, like meaning like to a point where you love yourself and you generally don't feel hate for others, because the hate that you see with other people is a reflection of yourself. Like you hate the things that you hate about other people is basically what you hate about yourself. Even though you might deny it, it just means like it's just like suppressed. It's like under your subconscious side of your mind. Also, it has to do with like the traumas that you went through as young. Sometimes we suppress those, and sometimes we even forget about those things. But even the feeling, like the feeling that you had at one time when your parents were fighting, or something like a heartbreak that you've gone through, even just it might not be that exact person, but it could be the feeling that you had during that time. Or there's like so many examples I can go with this. Like the point is, that's the first step because you have to act. Like, there was another saying: act locally. No, think locally, act globally. Was that what it was? Something along that lines. But like basically, how can you help the world if you haven't helped yourself yet, right? And it's again like being able to handle those things by yourself, help with yourself. Now that doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it all alone, right? Like having a good fucking support system obviously is key, or not necessarily that it's key, but it can help you skip a lot more or just progress faster through all of it. Um, but if you're a type of loner like I, because for me growing up, I never had a problem. I just definitely stuck to my guns. Like I didn't fucking seek out outer help, right? Like I wasn't. I was always keeping it to myself. Like it doesn't matter. Like why do I have to burden other people with my shit? Even as a young kid, like I always thought about shit like that. Like I would always suppress shit. But I'm not saying this to like for you people to feel bad for me or anything. But it's just genuinely how I was. Like I never asked for help, even for like small shit, like even in real life. Like for example, when I was working at a restaurant, I was slumped with work. When I first started, I was working as washing dishes, right? So even though if I was slumped or like a party and stuff, I wouldn't ask for help. Like I would just bury my head into the fucking work and just work at it, whatever. Sometimes I mean I would complain in my head a lot, and sometimes I would complain afterwards to like some of my friends. But it wasn't like OD about it, right? So like obviously having other people there for you, having a good support system is good. But again, like the end goal for this is basically just to have people wake up and then we can finally do something about it. Maybe we make the change that we need to in order for us and for our future generations to have better lives, right? Without having the same struggles, having to go through the same things that we did, or even possibly worse, right? Especially with the type of people in power that we see now, right? I mean, obviously people like me. No, gotta flex for myself real quick because I know I was right. I wasn't crazy. It was called crazy for so many years by teachers, by mentors, my older people, and it's not. I'm not happy to be right. It's just more Well, I thought I would be happy having the world, the masses realize this, but it just, I guess it's not what I expected, you know. At the same time, like I thought with all the fucking people rioting that people were trying to do, or not rioting, but the man, what's that shit called? The protest, protest. There you go. That was happening ever since back, like even going back to Black Lives Matter. I thought people would react now, right, for this, but I forget. I also forget just how dumb the masses could be sometimes. I'm sorry to say it, but they are. I forget that most of this shit is scripted. Most of the shit that even like things that we're fighting for better is just implemented into our heads. We're made to think those things. For example, like even when and I'm gonna probably get some hate, and this is not hate because I love my black friends over there, or my color friends, whatever least offensive thing is. I'm sorry, I'm kind of choking here, but moving forward, uh, one of my friends was like, "Why don't I go out and support the whole Black Lives Matter?" He was basically trying to pressure me into like donating at the time, and I straight up told him like, you know that thing is all fake, right? Like you're gonna find out years from now like where that money's headed towards. Like just because they say it's gonna go to help support Black families to donate for Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that they're gonna get that money, right? And I told him straight up, and then he fucking took that offensively, and he says, "Well, I did that, whatever." And I don't hold any hate to that person. You know, I'm using this as just an example. But it later came to be that that money that was used for the Black Lives Matter, obviously, like the people that were involved in it ended up taking it for themselves to buy themselves a house and a bunch of other bullshit, right? Materialistic shit. And you know, I didn't want to rub it in, but I think I sent it to him if I'm not mistaken, and I told him like, see, this is what happens. Like you give them their money, and it wasn't guaranteed that it was going to a good cause or to that cause that they claimed it was going to, and just shit like that, right? And I don't know, like point is like this shit is all fake, right? And then obviously they had, because the original guy that was, you know, giving the money and like promoting all that stuff, the Black Lives Matter movement, he ended up selling it to somebody else. So like obviously they take the fall basically, and just shit like that, bro. Like I just sometimes I forget like just how docile the masses could be, and I hate to say it because I am one too. Like I consume fucking like media too, right? Like fun. Like I play video games. I fucking support that. Like we can't all just fucking be here and live in realization. Like some of us still like I'm not perfect, right? I still need that fucking something to distract me, something to have fun with. Like I watch wrestling and all that stuff, like entertainment, anime, some movies, not really movies though, but you know, it sucks, bro. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. I'm just here to try to help other people. I definitely, I just think about stuff, but I just don't have the time. Or like when I'm thinking of the ideas that I want to do for these videos, and really talk about how to open up, like I kind of lose them, and that's kind of my fault. You know, I think I should just, as soon as I have that idea, I should just jump on the video, kind of like what I did here. But I'm still kind of scrambled. I still am trying to figure out how to really speak about stuff, because that's been one of my biggest defeats. Is because I went mute for a couple years. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I didn't really talk to people. I didn't really, like I said, I didn't expect myself to people. So I was just all in my own world for most of the time, and I feel like doing this is part of the work that I'm also supposed to do. Not just spreading and helping other people, but like figuring out how to fucking really use my words for better and how to really get my ideas out there in a cohesive way, which I know I kind of struggle. As you can see, I kind of have my speech is not the best. It's not. And I also gotta remember to slow down when I talk. I kind of just like kind of ramble, just because that's just how my brain works. It's just a million miles per minute, and my mouth is the one trying to catch up. Pause. Anyways, uh, again, you guys need some help with anything. I'm just trying to make something different for myself here. But yeah, hope you guys have one today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video in the background. If you guys agree and any thoughts, if you have any suggestions on how to get better, or anything, if you just anything at all, anything deeper, let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys have one today. As always, I'll see you on the next one.